You answer my question. Bonjour, ici Charles Vermette pour Ultime Fanatic. On s'entretient avec le coach de Muay Thai de Georges St-Pierre, Phil Nurse. Phil, how are you doing today?
I'm good, very good.
First time in Montreal?
No, I come up, well, I've been here like 2 or 3 times training George, so I've been up before.
It's a big show in Montreal. Eh? I think it's one of the biggest UFC ever.
Yes, it is. It's one of the biggest shows, and I think the Montreal people are going to love this. They're going to love it.
Are you only in George's corner, or you have other fighters fighting Saturday?
No, I'm just with George on this fight, but I do have some other fighters who I'm dealing with at the UFC. Well, not with the UFC, but who fight in UFC fighting. And you'll be seeing me a lot more in a lot of more fights. Like right now, I dedicate everything to George because he's such a great, just sponge. That's all I want to say. He learns everything. He picks everything up really well, and I think he's great.
How long have you been training George?
I've been training him the second Matt Hughes fight, the one that he beat him. I was training him about a month before that fight. He came to me for that fight. He said, you know, I've got a big fight coming up. It's a world title fight against a guy who's really good. It's called Matt Hughes, which at the time I didn't know who Matt Hughes was. And he said, I've got to get ready for it, and I've got to find a really good, Muay Thai guy to train me for it. And I was like, okay, let's, move around. And the most respectful, humble person, and that's why he learned so fast. There was no ego. There was no trying to test me out to see how good I was first. Like some people, you think like, well, this guy's going to test me to see how good I am if I'm worthy enough to train him. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
There was none of that. It was very humble, so much respect, and then that was it. Next day, every day after that, we was in New York. We trained, and he took Matt Hughes out. Took him out. So
his progress since he's with you must have been terrific, eh?
His progress has flown. It's flown. Like I said, that Matt Hughes fight, and I'm speaking just on, well, I'll speak for all of us because there's a bunch of trainers that we all helped train him. But out of all us trainers who helped train him and do different things in the training, that particular fight, I saw myself like 3 or 4 moves that we specifically worked on, and we just worked on certain moves, and he just kind of took them out and put them into his arsenal. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
He worked on other things with other people, but he was like, okay, I like that one that Phil showed me, and I like that one, and then he put it all together with everything else the other guys have done with him. And I was like, that. And what I was explaining to someone yesterday, there's a thing that you have called, what my teacher calls being in tune with your fighter, where your fighter starts to think like you. So, I'm not saying the whole fight he's thinking like me, but there's certain pieces where I'm thinking to myself, now you need to do this. And it's like it went across to him, and he did it. So that's when you're starting to come in tune with your fighter. So if that's happening with all his coaches, it's working really well. It's working well.
When he lost against Serra, everybody was stunned. I think even him was stunned. Were you in his corner? Were you with him when he fought Serra?
It wasn't nothing to do with I was in the corner, but it was just, and George will tell you himself, it was the best thing that happened to him. And really, I think he just, it was so much stuff going on, as far as you're the best, you're great, you're this, you're that, and it just kind of took a world of its own. And the next minute, hey, you're fighting. Like, oh, what? Okay, kind of took it a little bit too light, but it's a good thing. You need sometimes to get shaken up and be like, you know what? Yes, you're the champion, but you got to be hungry. You can't be just relaxed and think, yeah, I'm the guy now. And I think it was a good wake-up call, and it was needed. It was needed. Not for anything bad. It was just one of those things that just came apart.
Do you think that April 19th we're gonna see the best George St-Pierre ever?
No, you're not gonna see the best. He's the best right now, but he's still got ways to go. He's on top of the game right now. And like I said, answering that question when I said no, you're like, what? I'm like, it's not no. He's not the best. He's the best, but he's still got more to go. He's still got a lot better to move.
But, I mean, compared to his other fights, is this George St-Pierre who has evolved the most?
We'll see. This is his hometown. Everything's looking good with the training, what we're doing. Like I said, he's got better and better and better every time. He's not failed us yet. So
I heard that they put on the roof of the Bell Center, they put some special strengthening because it's going to blow up April 19th.
It's very possible. Very possible. I'm glad I'm gonna be around to see it.
Are you in his corner?
Yeah.
With who?
Greg Jackson and for us, 3 of us. like Faraz is one of his very best training partner who he loves to train with. Greg Jackson, we call him the maestro.
Yeah.
You know, he's the ground game stuff. Obviously, the whole MMA, and then for me, it's just the stand up. And you know, when we're standing, that's my place, and we knit that together. And we call it we've been called the dream team, but you know, we just do our thing.
Well, Phil, thank you very much, and I think we're gonna live a lot of emotions on April 19th, and I think that the 22,000 people who are gonna be there are gonna scream as crazy for George.
That's when the roof might come off, like you said.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.